Hey, welcome, my curious souls. Come closer to the fire, and don't mind the wind outside. It howls like the devil himself tonight. I've got a little story for you, straight from the misty lands of old England, a tale of snow, fear, and footsteps that led nowhere. So lock your doors, my friends, and listen well. It was the winter of 1855, in the quiet countryside of Devon, England. The night had been bitterly cold, and a heavy snow had fallen, covering every field, every rooftop, every lonely lane in a pure white blanket. But when the sun rose, that silent white world was no longer peaceful, because everywhere, through the villages of Exmouth, Topsham, Dawlish, and beyond, people saw them. Tiny, sharp footprints, shaped like cloven hooves, stretching across the snow in a straight, single line, as if made by something walking upright on two legs. The tracks went up to 100 miles. They crossed over fences, seemed to go straight through walls, traversed frozen rivers, and even appeared on the roofs of houses. And everywhere they appeared, they never seemed to stop. There was no clear start and no discernible end, just endless, perfect tracks leading from one impossible place to the next. The villagers gathered in fear, whispering in trembling voices. "What kind of creature walks through locked gardens and up church walls?" they'd ask. "Who could leave prints like those?" Then the whispers grew darker. "The devil," they said. Last night, the devil himself walked through Devon. Church bells rang through the morning fog as panic began to set in. Priests led prayers, and many villagers refused to leave the safety of their homes. It was said that even the dogs would not go out. They barked and howled, their hair standing on end, sensing something unnatural in the air. Some people claimed to have heard faint hoofbeats echoing in the dark hours before dawn. Others swore they saw a tall, shadowy figure moving through the mist, its silhouette dark against the snow. One farmer even reported following the tracks as far as the woods, until they stopped abruptly at a wall far too high for any normal animal to climb. Yet, on the other side, the footprints continued their unbroken path. In the days that followed, the story spread like wildfire across England. The newspapers dubbed it the Devil's Footprints. Scientists, clergymen, and even soldiers came to investigate the strange phenomenon. Some tried to offer rational explanations. Perhaps a kangaroo had escaped from a local menagerie, or it was just a badger hopping oddly through the snow. Others suggested it was a weather-related event, caused by wind or melting ice. But no single theory could explain how the prints continued for so long, appeared in such impossible places, and maintained their perfect hoof-like shape. One clergyman wrote in his diary, "Never have I seen a mark more perfect, nor a pattern so sinister. If it was not made by a beast of hell, then God help us for something worse walks among us." For weeks, the people of Devon lived in a state of terror. Mothers kept their children inside. Farmers hesitated to tend their fields. And every night, when the wind howled across the moors, they said you could almost hear faint hoofbeats echoing on the frozen ground. Then, as suddenly as they had appeared, the new tracks stopped. The snow eventually melted, and the devil's trail was gone. But the fear and the legend remained. And every winter since, when the first snow falls on the old villages of Devon, there is always someone who claims to see them again. Fresh, sharp, perfect little hoof prints leading through the night, sometimes straight to their door. So, my brave souls, what do you think? Just an old legend spun from a strange weather event, or proof that something still walks the snowy hills of Devon when darkness falls? Perhaps tonight, if you listen closely, you'll hear the hoofbeats too. If you enjoyed this tale of terror, give this video a like. It helps keep the fire burning here in our dark corner of the internet. And don't forget to subscribe, because there are many more stories waiting for you in the shadows. Until next time, sleep well if you can.